Hello everyone, welcome. Chad Martin with Data Prep U here. Today we have something a little special. We're beginning a new series where we will be doing a live build of the Alteryx Weekly Challenge. Now, in doing this, it's important to note that I have not previously gone through this particular weekly challenge. Now, I have read through the description. That is as far as I have gone. So in terms of doing anything else, this is it. You're going to hear me walk through my brain, my entire kind of mental process as I work through this. So why don't we go ahead and get started? I'm going to go ahead and kind of shrink down my my personal video here. So let's go ahead and move me out of the way. I'm going to remove myself from the overall solution here. So challenge 2D8, clients rating analysis. It seems really straightforward for this week's challenge. We've got two different data sets. The first one, clients, contains each client's information, including their client ID. The second one, request and evaluation, contains the client's request number, which is the same as the client ID. Status, which indicates that the request has been processed. Status 2 provides a comment. And the professional field is the name of the customer. Tasks. For us, we are to determine what is the status, or for the status of evaluated, what is the number of customers, professional, who commented below expectations, exceeded expectations or met expectations for status 2. And then the 3 customers who provided the highest average rating. So let's go ahead and download our particular weekly challenge. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. It is an Alteryx package, so let's go ahead and import this to see what we're working with. There is an error, so that's kind of interesting. Let's see what we've got here, if this actually even lets me open this up. So some of the benefits of the live connections here. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. Let me try to see if I can fix this up just a little bit. So what I'm actually doing behind the scenes is I'm actually extracting this file itself, and we're going to figure out how we actually go ahead and extract, replace. All right, here we go. Start file. Okay, so here's the start file. Apparently, more recent version, because I do have 2021.2 currently. That's one of the reasons why this is probably giving me a little bit of business here. So first thing I like to do is just go ahead and run the workflow just to see what we've got, what we are working with right now. So here's our client information. We've got the status. Looks like we've got multiple different types of status in here. The actual client itself, the manager, year, deadline. Let's look at the next. We also have request and evaluation. So request number, status as well, rating, and date. So going into what our output is. Now, this is always a little bit of a key here. So they're giving us the expected output if you're not familiar with this. So how many people are at each of these different evaluation types? In addition to that, who are the top 3? So we've got request and evaluation with the request number, the clients, and there should be, if I'm not, or if I remember correctly, a client ID itself right here, which if we take a look, that contains a client's request number, which is the same as the client ID. So the first thing we probably want to do is actually take a look, number of evaluations. Let's go ahead and join these together. So we've actually got a client ID on the left with the request number on the right. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little run using my keyboard shortcuts here, Control R, to see what we've got. We've got 42 unjoined clients, a total of 437 on the left, 17,000 on the right. So all total clients here, we've got 42 unjoined. So really what we're focused on are the number of evaluations per category. So we actually want to go through and try to match what we have here for status of evaluated. So what we want to do is first then limit any client that has a status of evaluated. So there's a status here of pending. The client side does not look like there's actually anything here, that it appears to be delivered or in progress. So let's take a look at what we got here with the browse tool. One final little check, doing our status check and our summary on this. Looks like we are looking at 2 values for delivered or in progress only. So out of the matched records, we want to take the status here, the right status, and look for the ones that are evaluated, for the status of evaluated. So that's kind of our key indicator here. So one quick trick here, I'm going to actually change my connection here. So if we actually right click on our data connection, we can say switch origin to the join. Actually kind of a little trick here to help us switch these things up. So what we want to do is look at that status2 equals evaluated. So evaluated. So there we go. So something wasn't completely right in this. So let's look at our incoming data. Status2, I believe. Oh, you know what? We're probably going to have all those only under the right side. So let's go ahead and change this. Switch origin to the right. Do another quick rerun. Still evaluated. What am I doing wrong here? Pending evaluation, evaluated. Did I do something wrong here? Status 2. So, oh, you know what happened is we've got status and status 2 coming out of the right side, but there is a separate, I was just looking at the wrong thing. There is a separate status and status 2 on that left side as well. So we actually have the right underscore status. That is my problem. So let's go back to the join. And let's go not status 2. We want to do right status 2 equals evaluated. What do we got here? Still not completely right. Right status? There we go. All right. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time to go through here. So we've got for a status of evaluated, the number of customers, professional, who commented below expectations. So you know what? I might even be doing this completely wrong. Let's do a quick little copy and paste here because it's giving us a couple of different things here. It's not completely clear. For the status of evaluated, let's do here. We've got status. Let's see if that actually gives us anything. Equals evaluated. See, yeah, nothing going on here. So now I want to go back here to the original. Or so for the request and evaluation, we should have some stuff for status equals evaluated here. All right, so then the number of customers who commented below expectations. So that seems like it should be relatively straightforward. So now let's do a quick little summary on this where we're looking at that incoming data status 2. Let's do a quick little group by. And then let's also just do a count on this. I want to do a quick little check here, see what we got. So here we've got below 352, exceeded 25, 33, 29, 44. So in these ones, yep, they're a little bit different. So most likely we need to do this after our true side. So here we've got a little bit of a different thing, but that's also because that status 2 is going to be quite different in here because it's the right status 2 group by and count. And that now is 15, 135, 107, 15, 135, 107. All right, so we've completed the correct portion here. Now, I want to also rename these to evaluation and count. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to say evaluate, evaluation and count. All right, so this portion has been completed, that top portion. I'm going to show you a little trick, one of my personal preferences also on how I confirm some of these. If you're familiar with the crew macros, you're already going to know where I'm going with on this. But let's also look at the 3 customers, professional, who have provided the highest average rating. So let's go ahead and look at those customers here. So I'm guessing that they also mean by the clients. And if we take a look, yeah, professional, Clayton Kane, Queen Williams, Scott Roberts. Let's take another quick look here at our data coming out of the join, professional right here. So we probably want to do another quick summary on those people. So let's go ahead and take that professional and let's do another group by and a count on this. Want to do a quick little check. So we've got all of these professionals. So if we said 3 customers who have provided the highest average rating, so maybe it's not that count. Let's go ahead and change this in here. Is it going to let me do the average? So we've got the median. Unless I'm looking at a variable string, but the count, yeah, the professional itself, yeah, so we could do a count. So we've got those different ratings. We could just do a simple, another summarize in here where we actually do the average, the highest average rating. Let's take a look at this again. So coming in from the side, Da, 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 da. Look at that. Rating, request number, rating. There we go. All right, so we've got the rating right here. So instead, let's go ahead and remove that second one. Let's go back to that rating, which is a double. So let's go into numeric and like set an average out of that. So we should at this point have those ratings. We could even do an in-place sort right here. Let's do a sort descending and apply. What do we got? Clayton Keene, Queen Williams. Nice, I like that. Let's go ahead and then add that to the canvas. So using that nice little checkbox here, so average rating descending. And then if we really want to get fancy here, not a new workflow, I actually want to take a sample and just say, let's take the first 3 records and go ahead and check this. Did that actually hold? So here we go here. Clayton, Keene, and then here we've got Clayton, Queen, and Scott. Oh, not first n percent, first n rows. That's what we're doing here. All right. And the output is Clayton, Queen, and Scott, which we should have Clayton, Keene, and Scott. Okay, so it appears that everything is matching up appropriately. I'm going to go ahead and delete this just to keep things a little more clean. And then what I'm going to do to confirm, like if I want to actually confirm everything, I do something that many of you probably already do as well. I like to do a quick little transpose on this. Now this is going to be my confirmation. So I'm going to do a transpose on our exact data here with no key columns, none whatsoever. I also do prefer to have my transpose values, or excuse me, my transpose and crosstab tools directly in my data or in my favorites category, because what happens is now I've got just name and value, name and value, name and value all the way across. And then what I want to do is actually do a quick little join on this. So let's say we want to join our top expected values based on both name to name and value to value. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the bottom here as well. Again, really looking for the fallout, really looking for any unjoined records here. So name, value, another quick run here, and I'm looking specifically to see if there are any unjoined records. So it looks like everything matched up on the left side, so I got my answer correct. I'll go over this one more time. Everything matched up on the right side, I got my answer correct as well. So as you can see, part of the point of this and why we really want to focus on this is just to make it real. We realize so many of our customers, they'll look at something that I do and they'll say, oh, well, I couldn't do that on the fly like you did. But what I really want to point out is that we make mistakes too. Really, the key here is to read through the directions, understand what it is you're trying to accomplish, and above all, do not be afraid to make mistakes. That's just going to happen. That's part of it. The real key is how do we actually take those mistakes and learn from them so that we can then redo that or fix that or continue to move forward in a positive manner. That is the key here. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. Hopefully this was helpful. We'd love to see you in the comments, so let us know how this worked for you, or what you would like to see in addition to these weekly challenges. Otherwise, if you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, support@dataprepu.com. We are a premier Alteryx partner focused on training and enablement around Alteryx, Tableau, Snowflake, Azure, and many, many others. So please let us know how we can help. We are here for your success. All right, thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.